What's up, everybody? Mike here, and welcome to my Elementalist build for Elden Ring. As I'm getting back into making build videos in preparation for the expansion, hopefully coming out in 2024, I thought it best to showcase some more fun, different builds for different playstyles for you guys, especially, a bunch of you probably bought this game recently because of the winter sale on both Steam, PSN, and other platforms. So let's jump into this with the equipment. Starting off with Prince of Death's Staff, going to max this out, along with the Golden Order Seal. Max out as well, too. Both of these are very important because with this Elementalist build, you're basically using Incantations and Sorcery spells. Pretty much every one of the game, because that's what this is going to allow you to do. Just have that variety so you can have fun testing out each of the spells and demolish enemies and bosses with them. I also have Sacrificial Axe on here, but that's just for, regaining FP when you kill enemies, basically. So you're not going to actually use it to actually melee enemies because you're going to be using your staff here and your seal to cast incantations and spells to do your damage. Now, this is basically a range focused build too, so you're not going to be getting in too close, unless you got to dodge away because the boss or enemies got too close to you. As far as the armor, it can be whatever you want for the most part, as long as you're not fat rolling. I just had the Barracks pointed hat. Will probably be better here though is the Imp's Head. I would not recommend any of these for the simple fact that a lot of these, they may increase your intelligence, but there's always like a debuff in some way. Detriment to stamina for this one, detriment to HP, detriment to HP and stamina for this one, even though this greatly increases intelligence, stuff like this. Not really good. I mean, unless you want to risk it for the biscuit and just go for it and do that, that is completely up to you, but I wouldn't recommend it. I just went with this, nothing too special, anything like that. And let's see here. As long as you're not fat rolling, you can wear what you want here. Up to you on that. And then as far as talismans go, I got the Ritual Sword Talisman. Raises attack power when HP is at maximum. So very important. You're going to be doing more attack power when you keep your HP at maximum. And it shouldn't be too hard to do that because this is a ranged build. So you're going to be attacking enemies from afar before they can get to you. And got the Green Turtle Talisman. Help with your stamina recovery because we're not putting anything into stamina with this build. We're leaving it at the default attribute stats for it. So this is going to be very important to help with your recovery so you can cast more spells. Medarka's Sword Seal greatly raises attributes but also increases damage taken. So just be careful about that. This is going to raise all your attributes. It's going to be very good. This one you can switch out for every need for a different situation. Like, for example, if you maybe need to go with like Fire Scorpion Charm instead, depending on the boss, fight, or enemy, or Magic Scorpion instead, for example, Lightning, whatever you might need to do. This you can kind of just be like swap out for the situation, basically. But overall, you want to keep this in here because it's going to help raise your attributes to help you do better. And then Primal Glintstone Blade, spells consume less FP, but maximum HP is reduced. So keep that in mind. This is a high risk, high reward type of talisman to use, but it's going to help with your spells costing less FP because we're using a lot of FP throughout this, and you want to make sure you keep that around as much as possible so you're able to do more spell damage. And then going into the attributes. Now, this is a level 150 build. That's all my builds are. These builds are designed to, be usable on a first playthrough in a New Game Plus run. New Game Plus 1 only, not New Game Plus 2 and beyond. Just keep that in mind because you will need to upgrade, level up some more if you're trying to do beyond a New Game Plus. But I have my Vigor at 36. Now, this is partially because I started off with the Samurai default class. If you did not do that, do not worry about that because you normally want to get your Vigor with this build to 41. But because I did not, I got it at 36. That should be the default there. Mine is at 30, but that's because of the Sword Seal. Your mind's going to really be at 25, and then the Sword Seal bumps up by 5. Endurance and Strength you don't touch at all. And Dexterity, same thing. Don't touch those at all. So Endurance, Strength, and Dexterity, leaving those alone. Intelligence is at 75, but that's only because Sword Seal. Faith at 55 because Sword Seal, but you're going to originally get those to 70 and 50 respectively because 50 Faith is going to allow you to use all the incantations in the game. 70 Intelligence is going to allow you to use all the sorcery spells in the game because all those require those minimum stats. So now, obviously, you won't be doing as much damage, but if you decide to level this up more beyond, New Game Plus, with these stats, then yeah, you're going to be able to do more damage output with the Intelligence Faith of raising those up more. And Arcane, leave alone too, but that's only buffed because of Sword Seal. So now, let's have fun showcasing this with the gameplay against enemies and a boss up here. So, regular enemy, you know, mind his own business. And why did I do that? To do that. Throw a rock at him. Where's another one? Should be more up here before we go to the boss. Because there's the boss. I don't want to aggro the boss just yet. Oh, here we go. Fight Black Flame. This is New Game Plus, mind you. I'm one-shotting enemies. Now, these aren't enemies that are really difficult by any means, but still take that, you know, into consideration. How much damage they're doing. Now, we will fight this boss. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, I think I'll leave it like it is, yeah. Okay. I'll swap out when I need to. I'll show off some spells here. Let's see how this does. Ooh, that hurt. Got a little too close. A little too close for comfort. Trying to showcase what all these can do in their own way. I think we'll just, you know... Nope, while he's doing this, let's just throw rocks at him. He should be dead, but he's not. Another rock. But as you see, relatively easy taking a boss like that out. This is one of the world bosses, enemy felled. The damage is pretty good. Compared to, you know, enemies and bosses, obviously a one-shot enemy is a lot easier than a boss. The caliber also, it depends on the boss's weaknesses too, as well. So keep that in mind. That's why you would swap out when you need to with certain bosses. But that was still a lot of good damage we did with all the spells against that boss. And I feel this is a lot of fun if you want to go the Elementalist route. This is not like, you know, my favorite type of play style or building by any means, but I still want to be able to showcase cool builds for you guys that, you know, interest you. And this is a lot of fun to utilize, especially if you're into the ranged magic type of play style, as you can see, which is decimating your enemies. So, hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this, and it's something you want to try out. Also, don't forget, you can also check out my playlist of Elden Ring builds I have so far, and any other builds you liked here as well too, as well as my latest one recently that I just dropped, was the Ghost Blade build. So, check those out too, and stay tuned for more Elden Ring builds in the future. I'll see you next time.